Okay, so starting from the previous tutorial, you can see that it started with just this was the original photo, and then we smoothed out the face and took out unwanted hair and freckles and blemishes. From here, we're going to work on the eyes and then giving the hair more volume or body, or whatever you call it. I don't know. So let's start with the eye. Go over to your side here and hit the dodge tool. It might either be the burn or sponge tool. Just click down and hit dodge tool. Go up to midtones for now. You want to change the brush size so that you're only really getting inside the iris here. So make sure the right layer is selected and just go ahead and go over that a couple times. This is going to really bring in depth to your eye. And then go ahead and switch to the burn tool, and then you're going to want to make that a little smaller. Always make sure it's the faded brush, not the hard brush, soft brush, what have you. And then go ahead and go around the outer edge of the eye. It's kind of like that. You know, you can play around with it, do whatever. And then you can see that it really brings out the eye. There's before, there's after. You can always go back in and do it more if you want. But side note, see how the reflection is like not in the middle? I was at this once like seminar kind of talk thing, I guess, and this lady was going on and on about how if the light, if you were like looking someone directly in the eye, and the point where the light meets the like the middle of your eyeball is off center, it means you're like dyslexic or something. It's really weird, so don't want to give her a dyslexic eye. So go in, or you know what, I'm just going to take it out. Alright, so that's all you need, really. Just make it black, and then go in with a brush. Make this a hard brush. That's fine. Bam, put it right in the middle. And then if you want to, you can go in and change the hue or change the eye lens. I always use the polygonal lasso tool, or you can just use the lasso tool or the ellipse selector, this guy right here. But I just use this because I do, and it's the way I do it. So follow me or not, do your own way. But just go around here and select it, and then close that up, and then go ahead and go to select, and then you want to go to modify, and you want to go to feather, and then 12 pixels is fine, and so it's not very edgy. Like when I was doing it, it was really kind of geometrical and boxy. So feather it, and then go to layer via copy. So now all we have is the eye on its new layer. So if I want to do something or I don't like it, I can always just delete it really easily. But go up into layer, or image, sorry, and go to mode, and then hue and saturation. And then go ahead and up the saturation just a little bit. Do whatever you desire. Just play around with it to what you think looks good. And maybe I'll up the hue, make it a little more green, I guess. Hit OK. So there's the eye. You know, just the subtle change, but it's going to really make it pop. So before and after, there's before eye, there's the after. and you can always go to um, layer merge down, or you can just simply do Command E if you're on a Mac. I'm not really sure what it is for a PC. Okay, so there's the eye, and now you want to duplicate the layer again, and then from there you want to go to Filter, Liquify. Look how slow my computer is, that's great. Anyway, so let's take out the hair and make it more have volume or whatever, you know, that shampoo does for you, I don't know. Make it a bigger brush. The brush size, obviously, it's going to give you a bigger brush as seen. Brush pressure, the lower it is, the harder it is for something to move. So, you know, at 100, I can go like this and move things really easily. Let's give her some vavoom. I don't know what that was, but that's my volume sound, I guess. But you see, if I like go in and change the pressure, it's a lot harder to move something. Don't want that. Okay, so hit OK, let that apply. I find moving my mouse around in circles a lot is really stress relieving. So there's the before and there's the after. And as you can see on the sides, it's also warped the background. So what you want to do is come into your art history brush, and that's basically going to revert something to the way it used to be. So start going over your edges to make them what they used to look like. Sometimes with this, be careful that you don't go too far over into what you just did, otherwise it's going to delete what you want there. So you can just simply go around what you want. There you go, and it's gone, and I don't want that either, so sometimes this is helpful just for cutting things out. And there you go, so before, after. And then that looks good, so go ahead and merge that down too. Like I said before in the previous tutorial, you can leave it as a layer, you don't have to. And I like the hair the way she has it, but let's go ahead and make it darker. Go ahead and select around it. Okay, like before, now that we have this selected, just again go to select modify feather. 12 pixels is fine, maybe even a little more, maybe 30 or so. Okay, that's fine. And now you want to go to layer via copy. You can, I don't like cutting it because then it's gone, and then if you really don't like it, it's really hard to go back. I mean, there's always the history tool. But now that we have that, go to, again, go to image, adjustments, hue and saturation, and I'm going to make her hair darker. Now she is seductive. Oh. And that looks fine. And just hit OK. Like that, and before you merge it down, I suggest that you go around the edges with again a soft brush, just to make sure that you didn't select anything that you didn't want too dark on accident. So like around her face. Okay, that looks fine. And now go ahead and Command E, merge it down, and there we have the before, and there's the after.